Make some noise! Cool, so welcome to Shark Bait. Before the show starts, just a few friendly reminders. If you have a cell phone on, something that might go off during the show, please take a second to put that on silent or vibrate. Also, during the show, there's an emergency exit right here that can be used if need be. If not, just use the same staircase that got you in here as your exit. Please watch the top step. Steep. People trip over it all the time. Your bartenders tonight, we got Ron, yeah. So, we're going to bartender for you guys tonight. Definitely buy a drink, tip them out, of course, after the show. Come back down here in 5 minutes after the show. We have Monday night mix-em-ups tonight instead of the usual super free teams. But now's the time to give a nice round of applause for Shark Bait, yeah.
Short form games for you. We're going to start off with a game called Dirty Hand Randy. It's not what you think, so chill out. I'm going to get a topic from you in the audience, a category actually, and then I'm going to be pointing at these people. And they have to say something in that category. If somebody gets it wrong, hand up. 2 wrongs, 2 hands up, they're out. Stay where you are. Okay, now we have our first category.
Lines from gangster movies.
Lines from gangster movies.
Leave the gun, take the canoe.
Say hello to my little friend. That's one! Okay! Next category, please.
Beards!
Beards with a D. Okay. Van Dyke.
Goatee.
God damn it!
Okay, next category.
Southern states.
Southern states.
Florida.
Georgia.
Alabama.
Arizona. Mississippi. Florida.
Tennessee.
California.
Oklahoma.
Okay. Next category, bring them on.
British TV shows.
British TV shows. I wish I was playing this one.
Doctor Who.
I'm Alan Partridge.
Benny Hill.
Wait, what?
Being human.
Monty Python.
Potatoes.
Ah! Hand up. Okay. Next category, please.
TV dads.
TV dads. Good one.
Seaver.
Darren.
Hal Huxtable.
The second Darren.
Darren.
There's the third Darren. Hand up. Okay. Next category.
U.S. presidents before Reagan.
Presidents before Reagan.
Robert Cleveland.
Ford. Lincoln.
FDR.
Washington.
Jefferson.
Madison.
Adams. Monroe.
Andrew Johnson.
The other Adams. Herbert Hoover.
Jackson.
Coolidge. Andrew Johnson.
Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt.
We've had 3 Roosevelts. I'm going to call Max out.
That's right.
Next category.
Styles of underwear.
Styles of underwear.
Thumb.
Boxer.
Boxer brief.
Briefs.
T-shirt.
Breeches.
Whitey tights. Nothing.
Matt. By the way, I'll add one. Morbid magic underwear. Next category.
Snack foods.
Snack foods.
Popcorn.
Pop-Tarts.
Cookies.
Snow caps.
Ding-dongs.
Pretzels.
Gummy bears.
Raisins.
Twix.
An apple.
Kit Kats.
Banana.
Nestle Crunch.
Twinkies.
Raisinets.
Ice cream.
Goobers.
Fish.
Whatever I got from my parents' basement.
Okay, that's 2. You're out. Okay, let's get that last category. We got a hand up a piece. Last category.
Spider-Man villains.
Spider-Man villains. Doc Ock.
Green Goblin.
Mitt Romney.
That's
our winner!
Why didn't King Kong count? Because Mitt Romney. It's a rich people joke. Alright. Up next we have a great short form game called I Can Do Better. We're going to have 2 people doing a scene. And then, spontaneously, in the middle of the scene, someone from our wings is going to shout,
I can do better
then who?
than Mark.
At at doing something, and she will go in, take Mark's character, continue on the scene, doing that thing that Mark wasn't doing as good, even better. Can we get a scene suggestion to get them started?
First date.
First date. Begin.
I'm so nervous. You're captain of the football team?
Yeah.
I'm gonna all I do is help you out with your homework. I can't help but think you're using me, Tony.
Oh, I'm totally using you, but I mean, come on, you're out with me. How could that be bad, right? You know? I mean, look, I invited you out because you're getting an A in science and that thing with the books.
Tony, if you want to use me for my body, not for my brain.
Okay, but maybe after you do my homework. You could do my homework, and then if we're still awake and I'm a little caffeinated, I'll use you for your body.
Tony, use me for my body right here, right now.
But we're in the middle of Applebee's.
I don't care. I've been looking at you, watching you, since 8th grade.
Okay, could I finish my soup first, and then I'll use you? I can do better.
Then who?
I can do better at Matt being creepy.
Let's see it.
I have a picture of you in my locker. Okay. I took it yesterday. I don't remember posing for no picture that we took together. No, you didn't. You didn't. You know that candygram you got in the mail, like the little teddy bear? The one that says, "If you don't love me, I will kill you"? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You put it by your television and I watch it. How? Because usually I have the blinds drawn when I'm watching television. Infrared. Okay. Oh, my stomach hurts. Maybe we should.
Then who?
Then Mark making excuses for not having sex.
Let's see it.
You know, I have to wash my hair.
I'll wash it for you.
I'm allergic to whatever shampoo you use.
I'll use your shampoo. Or none at all. I just want to be wet with you.
No. I'm on my period.
Oh, that's funny. So am I. We can be blood sisters.
Great. Kinky. I like it.
Me too. I like it a lot. In fact, I was dreaming about it last night. I imagine you wear boxer briefs, right?
Yeah.
Because you weren't wearing any on the video last night.
You're a little... I can do better.
Then who?
Then Liz at being a really bad guy.
Let's see it.
Yeah, you know, like when I put a tampon in, it's weird.
That is weird, yeah.
Because there's my jump gets in the way.
But then you pull that up and underneath you just slide it in.
Yeah, so I got to do that tonight because I got a bunch of tampons that I shoved in.
I've always wanted to be with a hermaphrodite. I can do better.
Then who?
Than Dan and rubbing myself. So this is the best first date I've ever been on.
Well, you know, I wouldn't say it's a date. I wouldn't say it's a real date. It's more like a meeting of the minds of intellectual power, since I'm trying to get your intellectual power to go on paper.
Right, but you only got a
Radio.
100 on the SATs.
Well, that's why I need your intellectual power. See, I'm lacking in that. All I did was sign my name.
Right, but you misspelled your name.
Well, they didn't test that part. You just get 100 points for signing it. Like, I figured, hey, somebody's got to hate me. So that's why I need you to be like...
Sure, but I told you, yeah, I'll totally help you. I'll do your homework for you, and you can walk me to school every day, and we can walk arm in arm down the hall.
Yeah, I wish we could. I wish we could walk down the hallway arm in arm.
Well, why couldn't we? Because you just said you love me.
No, I got a condition. I got a condition where I say things sometimes. Like
Didn't you just say you were going to marry me?
Oh no, if I did, it was like the complete opposite. It was more like, hey, I like Mary, and you are great. So you might have heard Mary and you, but forgot the words in the middle. Then it sounds like I want to marry you.
But I shaved your name in the side of my cat.
Wow. Cats, huh?
Yeah, I feel like we have to get married now.
Well, I mean, the cat's hair can grow back because that's a good thing about cats. You know, like.
I can do better.
Then who?
Than Meg about talking about cats. In fact, I really like cats, you know. Far more than I like you. You know, there was this one cat that I met on the street the other day. It came running up to me, and it started rubbing its gums on me. It was so cute.
When we get married, we can have like 10 cats. It'll be great. We'll get married, and we'll have 10 cats, and then we'll have some babies, and then we'll have cat babies. And
Those are kittens.
right. But I mean, we'll have our babies, and we'll have the cats will have babies, and then we'll have cat babies.
Look, you're really sweet, and you're helping me a lot with my homework, and I really appreciate that, but I'm not having cat babies with you.
Why? You said you loved me.
When I said that, I was manipulating.
That makes me sad.
Good. Then maybe you'll stop.
All right, now it's time for good advice, bad advice, worse advice. In a moment, I'm going to be asking you, the audience, for some questions about your life. You want to get some advice. But first, let's meet our panel giving us good advice, bad advice, worse advice.
Hi, I'm Sharif Ali. I come all the way from the great state of Alaska. Great to be here during this great time
Thank you,
in
Sarah.
America.
Hi, I'm Ricardo. I'm a male stripper. It's a stage name. I'm here to, bare my soul and for an extra 20. Anything you like.
Thank you, Ricardo, and giving us worse advice.
Hi, I'm Bob. I like animals, especially the yummy animals. Yeah.
Thank you, Bob. All right, we're going to get going. We want you to ask us for some advice. Who has a question? Who needs some advice today? Yes, you, sir.
How long should I cook a turkey for?
How long should he cook a turkey for?
Well, I always find it best if you just go to the oven and put it on for 350. You're going to want to let it set for a little bit. Even though I am all about saving the turkeys, if you're going to cook it, you should probably do it maybe for about 3 hours, depending upon the pounds that are in it.
Thank you, sir. Ricardo.
Well, I know a thing about putting a big bird in your oven. It's important you get it all hot and steamy first. And you just shove it in there, let it cook. Ricardo.
They're tastiest if you don't kill them first. Shove them in there. The feathers make an excellent demi-glaze.
Thank you, Bob. Who else needs some advice today? Yes, you.
How do I link my Facebook account with my Twitter account?
I always
Sarah.
find it very helpful to have interns who are very media savvy. So you can get one of those to come over to your house. And if you have a mansion, that actually helps more because they give them their own room. That way they feel special. And they can do that. They can do that for you. Get an intern.
Thank you, Sarah. Ricardo.
Well, that sounded like the voice of a sexy lady. Ricardo does sexy ladies, especially ladies with friends. Get your friends together in one place and, let's say we'll have a little networking party. Ricardo.
Hi. I'm on MySpace. You should get on MySpace. There's great bands on there.
Thank you, Bob. How about some more advice from this side of the room? Yes, you, sir.
I have 2 jobs and I go to school. I feel like I do too much. What do I do?
Excellent question. Sarah.
Oh my gosh, I know exactly how you feel. I was the governor of Alaska. I was campaigning to be the president. Then they told me that I was actually campaigning to be the vice president. That's 3 jobs right there. I have to take care of my children at home. And of course, Todd. You got to keep an eye on Todd as well. So, I mean, if you can find a balance, Oh gosh, I forgot I have another job where I train the polar bear army just in case we get attacked by Russia right here. So find a balance, and you can do it. America.
Thank you, Sarah. How about you, Ricardo? Sorry, I wasn't listening. This is the longest I've ever had my shirt on. Bob, get your eyes off Ricardo. How about you?
Oh, I got a good deal. I live with my grandma. She's fantastic.
We got time for one more question. How about a nice moral or ethical dilemma? Anyone? Yes, you, sir.
Yeah, I have a date tomorrow night, but both my checking and my savings account are both $100 overdrawn, so how am I going to pay for dinner?
Ooh, good question, Sarah.
Well, unfortunately, you are a gentleman, and you're going to have to make sure that you have something to back yourself up before you go on this date, because it is not appropriate to be taking the lady out and making her pay. That's exactly what Todd did when he took me out. He definitely had the money. And I told Bristol the same thing, but then she wound up getting knocked up, and now we are stuck with Trip over here.
I like Bob better.
He likes a lot.
Thank you, Sarah. Ricardo, what would you do? I mean, you're a gentleman, so just do what I do. Saunter up to the nearest lady and wait until they've put enough dollar bills into your underwear that you can pay for a nice meal. Finally, Bob?
Dates are expensive. Things are cheaper.
And that's good advice, bad advice, worse advice. Thank you.
This next game is called Conducted Story. These people will be telling a story, which I will be conducting. I point to each person, and they'll have to start speaking and telling this made-up story completely right before your eyes. If somebody hesitates, they're out. If I point to Meg and then I point to Mark, he has to pick off exactly where Meg left off. Can I get a name of a story that's never been told before?
The Duke and the Frog.
The Duke and the Frog. The Duke and the Frog, Chapter 1.
John Wayne was a manly man, but he loved frogs. And one day he was sitting down by the pond, reading his latest script, and he found this bull toad.
Bulltoad's name was Gregory, and he had a certain muscular structure that the Duke found very engaging. So the Duke walked up to the frog and said, "Hello, I am the Duke, and I would like to take
You out on a date, and the frog was like, well,
Hey, I'm a frog. That's weird. We're going to go on a date. How about we just be friends first? That's the way that I always like to start off my relationship.
chips." The Duke, he took it in stride, and he played it cool, as John Wayne was known to do, and said, "I'll tell you, Froggy, we can be friends for a little while." But the Duke had other plans.
he decided that he was going to put something in the frog's drink when they...
The Duke and the Frog, Chapter 2.
The Duke and the Frog went out on a few dates, and eventually they ended up cohabitating in the same apartment.
Which, I guess it's New York City.
And, you know, it was the 1950s at the time, so... But not everything goes. People were upset. The neighbors...
The Duke and the Frog, Chapter 3.
It turned out that the frog was actually a woman, so they ended up having lots of frog babies. Meanwhile, the Duke spent all of his time in bars drinking. There was a problem
that he had in that he was always drinking. Whiskey, scotch, Manhattans.
And gin. Which is why he could never get it up. So, it turned out that the toad was on the side cheating on him with the man
Named Francine. It was a Dominican man who lived in...
Dominican Republic. Because that's where Dominican men live. But he came to the United States on a boat.
and decided that he was going to try to date as many frogs as he could. So when he met
Gregory, he was like,
"Hey, how are you?
I'd really like to have
a nice meal with you and
get to know you better." The frog said, "Okay,
Let's do it."
and then let's really do it." And the frog was like, "Yeah,
Okay. I like the way that you speak.
But you should know that my boyfriend is John Wayne, and as soon as he's done Billy.
The Duke and the Frog, chapter 4.
So Gregory Francine and John Wayne all decided they were going to be living in the same apartment, all the same time, and they were going to have many babies. But because John Wayne couldn't actually get it up,
He decided to find a surrogate. So he opened up the Village Voice and looked in the back pages to find someone saying, hey, I will be your surrogate. But people don't really place ads like that. So he
went down to the street.
Out!
Alright, this next game is called Chain Murder. So I'm going to need one person from Shark Bait to stay up here. And if we can get one audience member to volunteer, and everybody will explain to you in the back what you're doing. Just one audience member. Maybe anyone? Anyone?
Yeah.
Come on up. Come on up.
Back here.
Awesome. Just go to the back with these boys. They'll take care of you. So how this is working is we're going to get a suggestion from you of a place, an occupation, and a weapon. So Mark here, in gibberish, is going to explain to the next member that comes out what the place, where they are, what their occupation is, and what weapon they're going to be using to kill him. So, if I could get a place.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. An occupation.
Strip.
Sorry?
Baseball player.
Baseball player. And any ordinary object that you have hanging around the house.
Fork.
A fork. Alright, so you are in Las Vegas, you are a baseball player, and you're about to be killed with a fork.
Perfect.
Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
Kill!
No!
He's dead! Shabada! Shabada. Shabada.
He's dead.
He's dead. All right, players, line up. Andy, where do you came from? All right, let's start with you, Matt.
Okay.
Where were you?
I was at Disney World.
What game were you playing? Where were you?
I forgot.
Casino.
I was also at a casino.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The Disney World of the Disney.
Occupation.
Race car driver?
What game were you playing?
I thought he was supposed to be a race car driver. I thought.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Baseball player. Yeah. I lost the weapon.
A small scroll for which to deliver speeches.
Wrong game.
I think this is all my fault because I didn't know who to pass it on.
A fork. Yeah.
Big round of applause for this guy.
Alright everyone, our next game is called Blind Line. Earlier you might have seen our own Dan upstairs collecting people's sentences on pieces of paper. I have these sentences here, and our players, they're going to use these to create an improvised scene. everyone is involved in this, and these lines will seamlessly enter our scene. There's another one.
Yay!
Okay, and all we need to get started is a suggestion from the audience.
Alibi.
Alibi!
Hate this shit hole here. People dump their trash all over the place. God. Why isn't Williams reported in? I told him.
I don't know. He should have been here. He should have been here 20 minutes ago.
Weren't you listening when I told him that strawberry Pop-Tarts are my favorite afternoon delight?
Yeah, no, I was listening, boss. I was totally listening, but I was thinking about those delicious Pop-Tarts. But
Seriously,
Thank God, where the hell have you been?
have the Pop-Tarts.
Well, good. This helps to mollify my hunger, but not my queasy suspicion.
But you know, Papa, thank you. You know, you were saying the next time she was late that some say the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
She's a fine-looking woman. I'll grant you that. But now's not the time.
But should we start picking up all this trash, or what should we do?
Nah, it's too much heat. Strawberry Pop-Tarts are delicious, though.
Delicious.
Yeah, but let me tell you this, and don't
Yes, sir.
misunderstand. You can't handle the truth.
I can't handle the truth. I can't. That's why you sent me out for Pop-Tarts.
I know. We've been having a very deep and meaningful discussion about Francis's boyhood trauma.
Yeah, it was really traumatic. It was so traumatic that there's a snake in my boot.
It's a metaphorical snake. God,
It's an optical illusion.
That's fair. God. How long do you think we have to wait down there before it's safe to go home again?
Probably a really long time, but maybe in the meantime I'll just start sweeping just to kind of neaten up the place a little.
Yeah. If you suck on my toes, I will owe you a back. I will rub your back. Deal?
That's a deal.
Okay. All right. So one thing at a time. Sweep it up first, and then we'll leave it.
Sweet.
You know, I was thinking maybe after I finish sweeping, you know, one thing that might be fun we could do is, and you are the wind beneath my wings.
You're sweet. But, I mean, now that we're all together, I think it's enough time spent on you and our relationship.
All right.
But, I mean, don't think I don't appreciate it. Don't think that you can't, so go ahead and make my day.
Oh, any day where I make your day is a great day.
Hey, it's happening more and more. This guy, I tell you.
This guy.
You know, he shows up on time.
I'm sorry.
Always on time and always with the right flavor Pop-Tarts. Always. Always. Always.
Blueberry next time.
Hey,
Blueberry
please.
next time. Blueberry
Frosted.
Blueberry frosted blueberry.
Can you commit that to memory? Say it back to me.
Samsonite, I was way off.
No! Blueberry Pop-Tarts! How hard is that to remember?
I think we know who should get promoted in this garbage sweeping business that we have.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I'm always on time. I always bring the right kind of Pop-Tarts, and the weird things I say are a little less weird. I mean, marginal.
He has you there. I mean, as my grandpappy always said, the only thing that me and the guys have in common is we both like to get sucked. Can you say that?
Came in to check on how this job's going. There's a lot of garbage around here.
Oh.
You know, this reminds me of the time that I was in the war, and my bunker mate said to me, "There they are, the shackles we've been looking for." Exactly.
You're saying that our employment is just a function of our own enslavement to the system.
No, I think what she's really trying to say is, come on, Hitler, I'll buy you a lemonade.
This guy, he's on point. He's on point.
Close, but really what I was trying to say is, oh no, the little yellow dog has run off with my handgun again. So please, Natasha.
Shit!
Has anybody seen the yellow dog?
No, I saw him barking around. I thought he was making a ruckus, chasing
He was
squirrels.
following me when I went to get the Pop-Tart.
Of course he was, because gun laws in this country are very loose.
Thank you. Now fuck off and die, you useless slut. I'm out of here. I quit.
No, it's not safe!
mammals provide milk to their young. They're spelled T-H-E-R-E.
I know, buddy. But, say, now that you're together with me in this dangerous, dangerous world, can I tell you? Can I tell you straight? Can I tell you true?
Okay, sure.
From the heart.
Yeah, come on, tell me. Again, you're holding me in suspense. It's nuts.
Not with my assault rifle.
Alright, so this last game we're going to play is Everybody's In It. It's called 185.
No, actually, we are going to play pan left. Actually, we're low on time, so we're going to play 185.
All right, then. Actually, Dan is right. But I
There's
want to
so many things happening. Okay, so back to 185. So the way that this game works is that it's a joke. So 185 blanks walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve blanks here. 185 blanks say the punchline. You guys are going to provide the blanks, and we're going to hopefully give you a great punchline. So if I can get a suggestion, one word.
Frogs.
Frogs.
185 frogs walk into a bar, and the bartender says, we don't serve 185 frogs. And the frogs say, well, that'll make me jump.
185 frogs walk into a bar. The bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't serve frogs here. 185 frogs turn to the bartender and say, well, this is bull.
Yeah, 185 frogs walk into a bar, and the bartender says, we don't serve frogs here. The 185 frogs say, I hope you croak.
185 frogs walk to a bar. Bartender says, we do not serve frogs here. 185 frogs say, I just wanted a word to me. Stop. New suggestion.
Captain America's.
Captain America.
185 Captain Americas walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve 185 Captain Americas here. 185 Captain Americas say, I will be avenged! 185 Captain Americas walk into a bar, and the bartender says, we don't serve 185 Captain Americas. And the Captain Americas say, you don't have to shield me from myself.
185 Captain Americas walk into the bar, and the bartender says, we don't serve Captain Americas. The 185 Captain Americas say, who do I have to save around here to get a drink?
Phrase. New suggestion.
Vampires.
Vampires.
185 vampires walk into the bar. Bartender says, we don't serve vampires here. 185 vampires say, just want a Bloody Mary.
185 vampires walk into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve vampires. And the 185 vampires say, you suck.
185 vampires walk into a bar, and the bartender says, we don't serve vampires. And 185 vampires say, is it because of my coffin? 185 vampires walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve vampires here. 185 vampires say, thanks a lot.
One more suggestion.
Christians.
Alright, 185 Christians walk into a bar, and the bartender says, well, we don't serve Christians here. And the 185 Christians say, well, not in my America, you don't.
185 Christians walk into a bar, and the bartender says, we don't serve Christians. And the 185 Christians say, well, there's no need to be cross.
185 Christians walk into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve Christians. 185 Christians say, Jesus Christ!
185 Christians walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve Christians here. 185 Christians say, come on, man, I just want some gin and juice.
Yeah, on that note, that's our show.